So some of us might have seen that short film created by Universal called Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock. And if you haven't seen it, I put a link in the description. And I'm not sponsored by anything, so I don't get a copyright, okay? I'm not sponsored by Universal, okay? All rights go to them. So we saw in that fight, and we saw in the posters that Allosaurus and Nasutoceratops were fighting each other. But the question is, who would win in an actual fight between an Allosaurus and Nasutoceratops? Let's get into this. Nasutoceratops was around 25 feet long, 9 to 11 feet tall, and weighed around like 5 to 6. And weighed around like. And weighed around like 5. No, weighed around 1 ton. Yeah, that's it. It was around like. Okay, so it weighed around like 1 to 2 tons and was 14 to 25 feet long. And yes, we're using that at their maximum size. Allosaurus. Allosaurus lived in North America, and so did Nasutoceratops. Allosaurus was 30 feet long, 10 to 15 feet long. No, 10 to 15 feet tall, okay, 30 feet long, and weighed around 1 to 3 tons. And yes, there's some reports saying it could be up to 16 feet tall. We're using it at their maximum size, okay? Okay, let's compare their weapons now. Jaws versus horns. The jaws of the Allosaurus are used for like an axe battle. It slams its head down like a battle axe onto its opponents, causing some bleed and bone damage. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The Pseudoceratops' horns were huge. They're curved upwards, just like today's Spanish fighting bulls. But in the end, it's a tie here because longer range and more effective. The Allosaurus' jaws are a lot more effective, but then the Pseudoceratops has longer range. So yeah. Okay, trample attack versus claws. The claws of the Allosaurus are a lot more effective because it could actually hit its opponents, and trampling it has to knock over the Allosaurus first, And the Allosaurus is like a ton heavier than the Nasutos than himself, so it's going to have some trouble. So yeah, pretty much it. X Factors. Allosaurus was surprisingly agile and fast for its huge size, And plus, it had a lot of endurance since most Allosaurus fossils were discovered with broken bones, and found them that they actually healed. That means Allosaurus tripped once in a while hunting prey. The Pseudoceratops' X factors is that it has a bony frill protecting its neck, and it has those huge bull horns on its head. But it has no nasal horn though, just only 2. Let's fight. Allosaurus is feeling a little hungry today. He's feeling a little wild as well. He sees the Nasutoceratops and he's thinking, food. He runs towards it and tries to take a bite out of the Nasutoceratops. But Nasutoceratops sees him and waves his horns around, threatening to stab the Allosaurus in the neck or body. Allosaurus backs off and roars furiously at the Nasutoceratops. Nasutoceratops waves his giant head around. Allosaurus then has not yet, Jesus Christ. Okay, main stats. Speed, Allosaurus. Strength, tied. Brains, Allosaurus. Attack, Allosaurus. Defense, Nasutoceratops. Now let's get back into where we started. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Allosaurus then thinks of a pretty bright idea. He pretends to attack in one area and decides to bite him in another area. So he does that technique, and Nasutoceratops actually falls for it. And falls for the trap and tries to attack him there. But the quick moving Allosaurus bites him in the leg and flips him over. And the Nasutoceratops is on his side now, and Allosaurus gets to biting his neck, body, neck, everything. The Nasutoceratops kicks Allosaurus in the face, but it doesn't do anything. And then he waves his huge head around, and actually manages to stab Allosaurus right in the freaking tibia. The tibia, if you don't know what the tibia is like this area right here, where my cursor is right now. Like this area right here. Allosaurus roars in pain and falls down to the ground. The crowd is like, oh my god! Yeah, but anyway, Allosaurus roars in pain. This is when the Nasutoceratops gets up. This is his shining moment, and he gores Allosaurus. Allosaurus starts clawing at the face of the Nasutoceratops, but it isn't working. Nasutoceratops is just blind of rage and everything. And he starts stabbing him in the stomach and everything. Allosaurus roars in pain and then kicks Nasutoceratops right in the face. Nasutoceratops stops and Allosaurus is just bleeding everywhere. Allosaurus gets so pissed, he bites the freaking horns of the Nasutoceratops, rendering him useless in an attack. Allosaurus just keeps him at bay and throws him down to the ground. The Nasutoceratops tries to get up, but then gets pinned down by the Allosaurus, who stomps and pins him down on his body with his feet. Allosaurus then bites the Ceratops in his neck, and the Nasutoceratops roars in pain before a loud crack was heard. The Nasutoceratops' body goes limp, and Allosaurus roars in pain before dying of blood loss shortly after. It's a tie. But verdict. I think Allosaurus would win about 69% of the time. Nice. It just has better weapons, and I'm sure that Nasutoceratops would win in some cases. But other than that, I do think that Allosaurus would win most of the time. But who do you think would have won this fight? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.